Hello, church. So here is our devotional for Saturday, April 25th. It is hard to believe how late we are getting in April. I will highlight for you on this devotional that on Sunday, April 26th, in addition to the tea party that will be held here at Palm Schwenkfelder Church, that we are also doing the open link garden party. And this year I've been invited to participate in the live auction and to a degree be an auctioneer, but not that I'm going to be and doing all that. Well, maybe I will do that. But looking forward to this fundraiser for OpenLink. I serve on the board of OpenLink, which just started this past year, as well as the governance committee, and awesome organization, and look forward to being with them. So today we are going to be starting Proverbs 27. I'm putting in my own break for a couple of reasons. One, the videos have been getting a little bit long, and I don't say that for your attention span, but that might be true. But if I go over 15 minutes on a video, it's actually harder to load, and I have to do a different process since I record it and then post it as we're going versus live streaming it directly onto the website. So we're going to do our first 8 verses. I think we'll be dividing it into 3 parts total, partly for the reason of giving us a shorter portion, but also because there's a lot of good reflection that Van Leeuwen offers and want to be able to break it up a little bit more and still be timely. So we begin with Proverbs 27, verse 1. I'll go ahead and tell you that the chapter 27 has some very commonly quoted proverbs in our modern culture. I think your ears might pick up on at least a couple, and we'll get into that now. Verse 1: Do not boast about tomorrow, for you do not know what a day may bring. Let another praise you and not your own mouth, a stranger and not your own lips. A stone is heavy and sand is weighty, but a fool's provocation is heavier than both. Wrath is cruel, anger is overwhelming, but who is able to stand before jealousy? Better is open rebuke than hidden love. Well meant are the wounds a friend inflicts, but profuse are the kisses of an enemy. The sated appetite spurns honey, but to a ravenous appetite, even the bitter is sweet. Like a bird that strays from its nest is one who strays from home. While the specific section isn't on that last verse, which is verse 8, Van Leeuwen does have some commentary there, and we'll probably pick that up next time as we come back in. The first reflection deals with that phrase, open rebuke, and some significant insights for us. Open rebuke may be the means by which a true friend wounds a loved one, as a surgeon wounds a patient to do good in the end. Caveat that one on about half a heavenly balm and divine physician if you are following our Lenten devotionals. Rebuke can be given and received in a spirit of wisdom. Though painful, it is better than hidden love, which remains useless like some treasure buried in a field. It is not just the thought that counts, pretty modern proverb there. Rather, if actions speak louder than words, then they speak immeasurably louder than mere thoughts. Love must manifest itself in wise, appropriate action, because we humans are embodied creatures made of earth and air. It is true that Paul championed faith without works, i.e., faith without works, that we are justified by faith alone. I was about to go in James that faith without works is dead. Sorry. It is true that Paul championed faith without works, but he did so only to assert the indispensability and sufficiency of grace. Nonetheless, Paul also insisted on faith with works, endurance based in hope, and love that labors and suffers in concrete, visible ways. The paradox of Proverbs 27, verses 5 to 6, is explored in Shakespeare's great tragedy, King Lear. Though even his fool knows better, Lear prefers false flattery to Cordelia's silent but honest love. And if you can't refer back to high school Shakespeare classes, look it up. Yeah. All right. Peterson. And he entitles this opening portion, "You Don't Know Tomorrow," which, always sings in my ears of, I don't know who holds tomorrow, but I know who holds my hand. Good stuff. Don't brashly announce what you're going to do tomorrow. You don't know the first thing about tomorrow. Don't call attention to yourself. Let others do that for you. Carrying a log across your shoulders while you're hefting a boulder with your arms is nothing compared to the burden of putting up with a fool. I need to repeat that one. Carrying a log across your shoulders while you're hefting a boulder with your arms is nothing compared to the burden of putting up with a fool. We're blasted by anger and swamped by rage, but who can survive jealousy? A spoken reprimand is better than approval that's never expressed. The wounds from a lover are worth it. Kisses from an enemy do you in. And that's a intriguing expression of what we heard from the NRSV. When you've stuffed yourself, you refuse dessert. When you're starved, you could eat a horse. People who won't settle down, wandering hither and yon, are like restless birds flitting to and fro. Or, to quote Augustine or St. Augustine, if that is the more familiar connection, "Oh God, my heart is restless until it rests in you." So that's our start for Proverbs 27. We'll be back with you on Monday as we continue our daily devotional times. I wish you well and have a very blessed Sabbath. See ya.